In 2007, a struggling family in a forgotten neighborhood outside Barcelona was so broke, two neighbors had to step in just to help them survive the month their son was born. That baby would grow up to break a 100-year-old record, become the youngest goal scorer in his country's history, and end up wearing the exact number that once belonged to the greatest player who ever lived. His name is on the back of that shirt right now. This is how he got there. Neighborhood, not an academy. Rocafonda isn't the kind of place football scouts usually go looking for the next global superstar. It's a working-class immigrant neighborhood in Mataró, just outside Barcelona, a place one newspaper described as forgotten, boxed in, and stigmatized. But it's where Lamine Yamal learned to play, on a cracked concrete slab a short kick from the Mediterranean, dodging boys years older and much bigger than him. His parents, his father from Morocco, his mother from Equatorial Guinea, split up when he was 3. He grew up moving between two households, and by most accounts, the neighborhood itself helped raise him. Even his name carries a debt. In the shaky months before he was born, when his family was struggling financially, two local neighbors stepped in with support. His parents named their son after both of them. Lamine and Yamal fused into one. Spotted at 6. At 4 years old, Yamal started playing organized football. By 6, Barcelona's scouts had already noticed him. At 7, he was training at La Masia, the same academy that produced Xavi, Iniesta, and a kid from Argentina named Lionel Messi. There's a photo from 2007 that's become part of the legend. A 6-month-old Yamal being bathed by Messi himself. During a charity photo shoot neither of them could have understood the significance of at the time. Nearly 2 decades later, Yamal would end up wearing Messi's old number 10 at the same club. Coaches who worked with him described something unusual, not just talent, but composure. He played up against older age groups constantly and never looked out of place. Breaking a 100-year-old record. On April 29, 2023, at 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old, Yamal made his debut for Barcelona's first team, becoming the youngest player in the club's history, breaking a record that had stood since 1922. Months later, he scored against Granada to become the youngest goal scorer in La Liga's history. That same year, he debuted for the senior Spanish national team, becoming Spain's youngest player and youngest goal scorer ever. He was still in high school for some of this. The following summer, at the European Championship, a 16-year-old Yamal curled in a stunning goal against France in the semi-final to help send Spain to the title. He was named the tournament's best young player one day after turning 17. Still the kid from 304. Fame arrived fast, but Yamal built a habit early on to make sure nobody forgot where he came from. Every time he scores, he holds up his fingers to form the number 304, the final digits of Rocafonda's postal code, 08304. It's a tribute to a neighborhood most of the football world had never heard of before him. Today, there's a mural in Rocafonda that reads, "More Lamine Yamals and fewer evictions." His uncle still runs a small cafe blocks from the concrete pitch where it all started, named after that same gesture. At just 17, Yamal became the youngest player ever nominated for the Ballon d'Or, world football's highest individual honor. A year later, still a teenager, he finished as runner-up. Now 19 years old, Yamal is playing on the biggest stage the sport has, a World Cup, wearing a number that once belonged to the man who bathed him as a baby, on a team built to carry his talent for the next decade. But strip away the records and the highlight reels, and the story is really about a kid on a cracked concrete pitch in a neighborhood most people overlooked, who never stopped reminding the world exactly where he came from. If stories like this, the ones that start in places nobody's watching, are your kind of thing, subscribe. There are more coming.